Do you spend hours each week creating Instagram content, but you're still not getting the sales and the wins that you see everyone and their mom sharing to their feed? It's really rough. But there's usually just a few simple changes you need to make to get there, and I'm going to help you. You are closer than you think. You can find the exact gaps that you have in your Instagram strategy, the gaps that are holding you back from getting clients from your content with my free Find and Fix the Gaps in Your Instagram Strategy quiz. All you have to do is take 5 minutes to fill out the quiz and you will get the exact roadmap you need to start getting sales from your Instagram content. Get your copy of the quiz at sociallyyours.biz/findandfixed. All spelled out, all one word, find and fixed. Or check the link in the show notes. Have you ever shared something on Instagram thinking it was going to get comments or just hoping it was going to get comments and then just to hit post and end up with crickets? It's super frustrating, and I totally get that feeling. But I want you to know there's a better way than doing what I call the post and pray. This is episode 2 in the Audit for Profit series, and we're going to be talking about how to audit your content to get more engagement so that you can spend your time wisely and actually see results. Welcome to the Mompreneur Mastery Podcast, where we share actionable Instagram strategies that fit into a busy mom schedule so that you can get more engagement, more leads, and more sales in less time. I'm Sydney O'Brien, an Instagram strategist who started my business with 3 kids under 5 and found a way to do it without sacrificing quality time with my family and only working 2 hours a day. I love helping other mom business owners find that seemingly impossible mom work-life balance instead of spending too much time creating content that isn't getting them the results they want. If you're an overwhelmed but very ambitious business owner and you want to strategize the heck out of your Instagram account so that you can save time and make more sales, you're in the right place. Welcome to episode 64 of Mompreneur Mastery, Simple Instagram Strategy for Busy Moms. I know the word audit can make you cringe a lot, but I promise it's not scary. It's not an IRS audit. We're just auditing Instagram, and it's fine because it will actually increase your sales and make sure the effort you are putting into your Instagram presence is quite literally paying off. And I know that you are a business owner and a mom, and a lot of times that means you're also your own bookkeeper, customer service associate, email manoger. You wear all of these hats just in your business, I'm not even going to do the list for moms because it's too much, because we're also a lot of the time the default parent, the primary caregiver. It's a lot. You can't be expected to be an Instagram strategist as well. That is why I am here to help you. And I know that you do not have time to waste on fluff that isn't going to get you results that you need, that your business needs. And that is why we do audits, right? It kind of looks at what is working and what isn't, so we can make sure the time we are putting into Instagram is focusing on that part that is working. We can expand that, we can scale it and make it work even better without wasting time. Because when you're just throwing spaghetti at a wall, that's exactly what's happening. You're wasting your own time and your efforts, and you're not going to get the results that you want. You're not going to get the sales that your business and your family needs. So let's not do that. Today, we're going to be talking about auditing for engagement, right? Engagement is just like the lifeblood of Instagram. When you get more engagement, it does 2 really, really, really big things. 1, it increases your reach on that post to both followers and non-followers who are in a similar audience as the ones that are engaging. So if you get engagement from people that are in your specific target audience, so if I post and I get a ton of people commenting that are mom business owners wanting to learn more about Instagram, Instagram is going to show my post to more mom business owners that want to learn more about Instagram. It's pretty awesome. We all want that, right? More leads, more potential clients and customers. And yes, it'll even show it to more of your followers because not every follower sees every post. Instagram doesn't automatically put it in every follower's feed when you share a post. So the more engagement you get and the more quickly you get it after you hit post, the more reach it will get. The more Instagram will notice it and be like, oh, hey, this is good content. Let's share it to more followers. So that is why we want to audit our engagement. Because when we don't get that engagement, we don't get the views, We lose out on opportunities to connect and build trust with our audience so that down the line, they will convert into clients or customers, right? And engagement is actually the second step in my 5 steps to sales on Instagram strategy, because you have to have this part to be able to go on and build that connection and that trust and actually sell, right? So it's important strategy-wise, it's important for the algorithm, it's important for you so that you know you're not just winging it and then feeling disappointed and like you've wasted so much of your time and energy when you could have been doing something that was much more productive and with a greater payoff, right? So we want to audit for engagement so we can get more engagement to have a strategy that can, down the line, lead to sales. Because there is a huge difference between being active on Instagram and being effective on Instagram. And honestly, if you have the effective piece down, you don't have to be as active on Instagram. I don't post every day for sure. Posting and praying, just coming up with any old random post and hoping it gets some kind of engagement or interaction, is activity without strategy. You might get some random likes, a random couple comments, but it's not driving the engagement that you need to build community, to build trust, and to eventually get the sales that you want. So we don't want to focus our time and energy on things that aren't going to get us that payoff. We have sibling arguments to mediate, snacks to distribute, homework to help with, doctor's appointments to schedule, a million other things. Let's focus on the things that we know will get the results that we need so that we can get the more views, so that we can get the more interactions, so that we can get the community and the trust and eventually the sales. Engagement is more than just a number. It can very much be a vanity metric, but again, it's also an indicator that people care about what you're sharing, and the more they engage, the more you can build the trust, foster the community, and turn those followers that are engaging into clients. So what I want you to do is check your insights. Insights on Instagram are just this huge well of data that you need to know so that you can make sure your strategy is actually working for you, or develop a strategy that actually works for you if you don't currently have one. So if you check your insights and filter your past posts by, ones that get the most comments, because that's what we really want, is like quality comments on our posts, not vanity metrics, you'll notice some trends in those posts and be able to repurpose those post topics or the specific format of the post or the type of call to action you used. You can look at whether it was a funny post, if those get more comments, if it's more of a helpful or value-driven post, if it's talking more about pain points than it is like reaching goals, if it's positive or negative in that way. What trends do you notice in your content that you can replicate in the future? That way, when you're working through your 5 steps to sales strategy, when you're at that engagement stage, you know exactly what to post and how to frame it to get the engagement that you need. So I want you to go to your insights, do the last maybe 3 months, filter those posts by ones that have gotten the most comments, and see what trends you notice there. Like, as an example, for me, I know when I share more personal stories, kind of storytelling posts relating my life to my business, I always get more comments on those. So anytime I'm going through the 5 steps to sales strategy, when I hit that engagement stage, I know 1 or 2 of those posts are going to be personal stories so that I can get that engagement I want to have the rest of my strategy work well. But it's not even just about posts, knowing what to post, right? Because your Instagram presence is more than just what is in your feed. It is how you also interact with others. So if you are not doing any engagement with your followers or with other accounts on Instagram that your followers might also be following, you're also going to miss out on engagement. So make sure you're doing that as well. So I'm going to give you some homework for this week. Like I said, head to your Instagram, look at your insights, filter it by the last 3 months of posts you've made and the ones that got the highest comments. And I want you to look for a couple of key things here. What topics come up a lot in those top posts? What calls to action you are using, like how are you wording it? what exactly are you asking people to do and that they're following through? And also the format. So is it a story post? Is it a case study? Is it, educational post? Things like that. Look for those 3 key things and keep that in mind when you're creating posts that you want to get more engagement. Because once you know what drives engagement, you can create content that speaks directly to what your audience cares about. That is how you build the loyal, engaged following that is going to be more primed to buy from you. Because like I said, once you have that engagement, you can move on to build the connection. You can move on to build the trust, and then you can move on to get the sales. It saves you so much time and so much guesswork by 1, having a strategy, and 2, auditing your content to make sure that your efforts are aligning with your strategy. And with the holiday season right around the corner, now is the ideal time to audit your engagement so you can fine-tune your strategy so that you can start to get that engagement and then get that connection and then build the trust in time for Black Friday sales. So definitely check out your insights and look for those 3 key things: call to action, the formatting of the post, and the general topics as well. And I would love it if you would send me a message on Instagram with any big takeaways or insights that you find. My handle is at socially.yours.strategist, and I would love to hear from you. Also, if you're finding this series helpful because you want to have a strategy for sales in as little time as possible with taking the guesswork out of it, make sure you are on my email list because I have a super amazing Black Friday offer that is all about auditing your Instagram strategy so that you can go even deeper into this audit to maximize your results while saving a ton of time and effort on your end. All right. Thank you so much for tuning in. Now go out there, check your insights, send me a message on Instagram at socially.yours.strategist. And if you want more tools and a super special Black Friday offer, make sure you're on my email list. I will put a link in the show notes. I will talk to you again next week for part 3 in the Audit for Profit series. Thank you so much for listening to Mompreneur Mastery, Simple Instagram Strategy for Busy Moms. If you were listening to this episode and found yourself nodding along, I would love it if you would find me on Instagram and send me a message telling me your biggest takeaway. My handle is at socially.yours.strategist. And don't forget to grab your free 1 month of Conversation Starters content calendar so that you know exactly what to post to get more comments without spending hours brainstorming Instagram post ideas. You can get it at sociallyyours.biz/content-calendar or head to the link in the show notes. Imagine knowing exactly what to post and when to get more sales. No more guessing, no more hoping, no more crossing your fingers, just knowing what to post so that your content connects with your audience, builds trust, and converts them into paying clients. I'm making some big changes to my Post with Purpose membership, and the biggest one is that now, each week, members will get 5 strategized and timely post prompts so they have a strategy for sales without having to spend hours scrolling Instagram for inspiration or brainstorming content ideas. This week, members are getting post prompts that prep their audience for Black Friday offers so that when they share them to Instagram in a few weeks, their followers are ready to whip out their credit cards and buy. Get access to weekly post prompts and everything else you need for an Instagram strategy that actually gets you sales before the price goes up on November 8th. Head to the link in the show notes to join today.